Happy June 28th, 2022, Better Brainiacs, YouTubers, and others. This is Danny Zen coming to you live from the Northern Hemisphere. In this video, we're going to be going over how June is National Migraine and Headache Awareness Month. I personally don't suffer from this, but maybe you and or a loved one that you know does. What we're going to be going over in this presentation, by the way, full disclosure, I am a PURIUM brand partner distributor. I do earn a commission on the sale of the products that will be mentioned in this presentation, and we're gonna watch a 9-minute video titled "What Causes Migraines," courtesy of migrainedisorders.org. Then we're gonna go over how you can sleep better, do some gentle cleansing, and get better nutrition with PURIUM'S 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation pack to minimize symptoms. Since in the video it does talk about how sleep or excessive stress can make migraines and headaches worse, and then we'll come up with a way how you can deal with excessive stress, at least caused by finances, by starting your own part-time home-based big global business opportunity as a PURIUM brand partner distributor like myself. Full disclosure, medical disclaimer: none of the content contained in this video should be construed as professional medical advice, a substitute for medical advice, nor is it intended to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any disease. This presentation is for general educational purposes only. Please always use common sense and consult with a trusted, good judgment, and hopefully a rationally and unbiasedly trained licensed healthcare professional regarding your specific condition. Before we go on to this 9-minute video, I learned of this June being National Migraine Headache Awareness Month from National Today's website. We won't get into the history of it, but you can check it out. The link, by the way, this quote-unquote PowerPoint presentation will be is already on Google Drive. As long as you have a Gmail account, you can view it by pulling up tinyurl.com/migraine PowerPoint, so you can visit the clickable links at your own leisure. Okay, now so I'll let you guys enjoy this video since it's very informative, a little bit technical and deep dive, but it could be really revealing in terms of how you go about treating your migraines and or headaches. Okay, so sit back and enjoy.
Our understanding of migraine disease has changed. While there is much yet to learn, let us review some of the most important principles about this medical condition. Migraine is a disease of the nervous system. In the past, we believed that migraine headaches were caused by changes in blood vessels in the brain. Now, it is clear that what happens in the brain is much more complicated. The underlying problem with migraine sufferers is that their nervous system is too sensitive or too jumpy. It reacts to small or normal stimulation with an exaggerated response. Those triggers may be the result of something we consumed, excess stress, a lack of sleep, or a change in the weather. And how hypersensitive the nervous system is and what triggers the nervous system varies between people. In other words, migraine disease is not a single disease, but a spectrum with symptoms ranging from mild and occasional to debilitating and daily. Why is this? Genetics play a part in migraine disease. Let's remind ourselves about how the nervous system works. If we look at what we think of as a nerve, we see how it is made up of a bundle of similar neurons. Each individual neuron has a cell body with long extensions. When specialized sensors are stimulated, an electrical message starts on its way to the brain. But it is actually the flow of the charged sodium ions into the cell through ion channels, followed by the passing of potassium through separate ion channels out of the cell, that generates the electrical signal. An electrical wave then moves rapidly towards the brain. At some point, each neuron reaches its limit and the signal must be transferred to the next set of neurons. Here, calcium channels open and secondarily cause the release of chemicals called neurotransmitters into the synapses, where receptors on the adjacent neurons must detect the neurotransmitters and regenerate the electrical signal. It is during this complex process that mistakes can be made. Think of a genetic defect as a mixed-up message about how the cell is to make things. For example, One of the known genetic defects of migraine is one where the cell is instructed to produce a protein that cannot fold into its normal three-dimensional shape. When positioned in the cell membrane and an electric signal comes along, the defective protein may open up and let calcium ions into the cell, but it might not be able to snap back into a fully closed position, allowing too much of the electrically charged calcium into the neuron. In this case, the neuron would keep releasing neurotransmitters, and the next cell would generate an exaggerated response. The consequence is that the neuron has overreacted to a stimulus. This is not just theoretical. There are known genetic defects of ion channels in families who suffer from migraine. Additionally, research has revealed genetic mistakes affecting how neurotransmitters are made, released, and inactivated. Therefore, each individual inherits a mixture of genetic errors. This may partly explain the broad spectrum of migraine symptoms and how, between individuals, migraine might affect a lot of different parts of the nervous system, not just the pain pathways. To illustrate this, let's look at the trigeminal nerve. This nerve has branches that innervate facial muscles, temporal mandibular joint, paranasal sinuses, and teeth. When stimulated, branches of the trigeminal nerve transmit information back to the brain through the trigeminal nucleus in the brainstem. From here, this message is sent to other parts of the conscious brain that acknowledge the pain and the need for action. But for a migraine sufferer, the threshold for initiating this distress signal is lower than normal, and the amplitude of the warning is abnormally high. Cortical spreading depression. So what causes the intense headache of migraine? The current theory is that a trigger, either in the brainstem or in periphery, sets off an abnormal electrical event called a cortical spreading depression. This is a wave of electrical activity that sweeps slowly across the surface of the cortex. A cortical spreading depression first initiates flashing lights or abnormal smells, followed by an intense headache. The electrical depolarization results in a release of neurotransmitters and other molecules that cause secondary inflammation. A person then experiences light sensitivity, nausea, foggy thinking, and fatigue for hours. By mechanisms that are still to be defined, the chemical reactions of a cortical spreading depression appear to affect the dura, where blood vessels dilate and contract. Mast cells release their potent inflammatory chemicals, and trigeminal nerve fibers send signals back to the brainstem. While cortical spreading depressions cannot explain many of the symptoms of migraine disease, it is likely an important event in generating the most familiar, brief, intense experiences of migraine sufferers. Migraine has a chronic form, central sensitization. It has been observed that migraine sufferers have scarring within the brain. This may be a complication from the repeated inflammation associated with cortical spreading depressions or other migraine events within the brain. Eventually, parts of the damaged nervous system simply generate low-grade, frequent, unwelcome symptoms, such as increased sensitivity to touch or light, daily headaches, tinnitus, or diminished cognitive functions. Central sensitization partly explains why migraine sufferers have different symptoms at different stages in their lives. Also, the damage to blood vessels from inflammation may explain the higher rates of stroke in migraine sufferers. And head trauma to the hypersensitive central nervous system may make migraine sufferers more vulnerable to chronic headache syndromes. The brainstem may be the core of migraine disease. Another factor in migraine disease is that abnormal electrical activity of one set of neurons may affect the behavior of adjacent ones. The brainstem is the crossroads of much of our brain's circuitry. It is here that information controlling many body functions congregates in clusters of cell bodies called nuclei. When electrical messages arrive in one nucleus, they may be rerouted to other parts of the brainstem, hypothalamus, thalamus, and cortex. These nerve centers have exotic names such as the trigeminal nucleus, pulvinar, dorsal raphe, and locus coeruleus. While the trigeminal nucleus is the control center for headache pain, these adjacent nuclei control stress, balance, mood, sleep, and the autonomic system. An example is the generation of symptoms from the nasal and sinus region. Many people mistake their chronic migraine symptoms for a recurring infection. In fact, one form of chronic migraine disease is where the trigeminal nucleus generates signals that the brain interprets as abnormal pressure or pain from within the paranasal sinuses, teeth, or eyes. Adjacent to the trigeminal nucleus is the superior salivatory nucleus. This nerve center controls the production of nasal secretions and the size of the turbinates within the nose. A migraine sufferer not only feels sinus pressure, but also experiences nasal congestion and a runny nose. The interplay between these nuclei may be another explanation for why some migraine sufferers have so many related symptoms, many of which do not involve pain. Female hormones affect migraine disease. Sex hormones such as estrogen and progesterone have a profound but poorly understood effect on our nervous system. Sex hormones affect the nervous system of all women, but for migraine sufferers, their rise and fall throughout a lifetime helps to explain why the symptoms of migraine change so dramatically for women. Estradiol, better known as estrogen, has a complicated role in our nervous system. For example, for any one neuron, there are estradiol receptors on the nucleus as well as the surface of the cell. And we know of genetic defects of both these receptors. Independent of the hormone receptors, we know that estrogen also sensitizes our body to pain. While we still have a lot to learn about sex hormones, we do know that they play a critical role in the waxing and waning of migraine disorders. The several biological mechanisms that describe how migraine disorders occur explain why there are different strategies for treating migraine disease and why no one approach works for everyone.
So I hope that was pretty informative. I know I learned a lot. I actually do know maybe a couple people that get twice a month migraines. So it is not fun. I know you want to feel like you want to blow your brains out. Anyways, it's almost like as painful as passing kidney stones. So let's get on to something that could cause some relief. Again, this video is not intended to be a comprehensive solution-oriented, way to help you guys reduce the severity and frequency of your migraines or headaches. Let's go on to this thing about nutrition in our country. This is by PURIUM'S co-founder David Sandoval, the author of the Green Foods Bible, as well as The Toxin That Came to Dinner. David Sandoval says, good food is not expensive, medical bills are expensive, missed days at work are expensive, and prescription medications are expensive, obviously. I won't go through this, but this is from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Green leafy vegetables and powerhouse fruits are strongly associated with reduced chronic disease risk. Whole bunch of stats, not very good, about cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and then how over 85% of 10,000 food samples contain pesticide residue that included glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup weed killer. Also not mentioned is obesity, of course. So now I'm going to play a video regarding how you can clean up your diet as transition away from processed foods to organic, non-GMO, green superfood nutrition. By the way, I do want to point out how why I joined PURIUM in March is because of their commitment to using certified organic ingredients. Some of them are sprouted and activated to minimize your symptoms of migraines, headaches, possibly. PURIUM'S products do not contain any artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. Very, very important. And it's a very clean company, the products, no binders, fillers, hormones, herbicides, pesticides, irradiated, or genetically modified in organisms. Okay, so I'm going to watch another 5-minute TV commercial ad regarding PURIUM'S 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation, which I should mention, you can get 30 days worth of food for less than $17.50, all delivered right to your door, okay? And they do offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. I forgot to mention, just less shipping, and just contact them for a return merchant authorization. So totally risk-free to you, okay?
Every day, you eat. Food is your fuel. And most of us drive around with low-grade gas, not rocket fuel in our tanks. So it's no wonder we feel like we're running on empty by the end of the day. Just like you can upgrade your gasoline, This is an opportunity for you to upgrade your food. Today, in the United States, we are the most overfed and undernourished society in history because processed food companies have hijacked our food supply with profit, not nutrition in mind. Filling our bodies with thousands and thousands of chemicals, artificial colors, flavors and sweeteners, binders and fillers, hormones and irradiated ingredients, and now cancer-causing herbicides, pesticides, and genetically modified ingredients. Making the need for a food upgrade even more important is the fact that we spend 11 hours a day in front of our screens. We look at our devices more than we look at the real world. And when we're on these screens, we're sedentary and stressed out. The result? Our bodies are filled with junk and our brains are overloaded with input. Something's got to give. We need a vacation. And that's what we're offering at PURIUM, a 30-day vacation from processed foods. These are 30-day programs that will upgrade the way you look, feel, and perform, or we'll give you your money back. It's that simple. By taking a vacation from processed foods, you will detoxify your organs, cleanse your cells, and remove chemicals from your gut. In less than 30 days, many people break bad habits and addictions such as sugar, carbs, even alcohol and smoking. Once you nourish your cells and balance your hormones, you may notice increased energy, lower stress, deeper sleep, heightened mental clarity, improved digestion, and leaner muscle. Does any of that sound interesting to you? The entire 30-day concept is centered around protein, fruits, and vegetables. So whether you are paleo, keto, vegetarian, or vegan, all of our 30-day programs align with your lifestyle. These 30-day programs include 60 superfood meals, 30 days of nutrition, 3 schedule options, and 1 amazing transformation. All of our schedules feature Biomedic, an exclusive detox product only available at PURIUM. You may not realize that over 75% of the standard American diet is genetically modified and saturated in a toxic chemical called glyphosate, or more commonly known as Roundup. It's in the food we eat, the water we drink, and the ground we walk on. You cannot wash it off and you cannot cook it out, and buying organic is not always enough. PURIUM'S Biomedic is the only third-party validated product on the planet proven to remove this cancer-causing toxin from your gut. And once you get rid of the bad stuff, it's time to put in the good stuff, flooding your body with plant-based protein, fruits, and vegetables. Super Amino 23 is the most bioavailable vegan protein on the planet. Used in hospitals around the world, more than 99% of the amino acids are delivered directly to your muscles in 23 minutes or less. And then there's our superfruit drink, Apothecary, the most antioxidant-rich beverage on the market. A single ounce of this tart cherry concentrate has more antioxidant power than entire bottles of other products you'll find on the grocery store shelf. And our phytonutrient-dense Power Shake is so much more than just veggies. Most food we eat have a lot of calories and very little nutrition. Power Shake is the exact opposite. It's loaded with macro and micronutrition and has very few calories. So no matter what 30-day ultimate package you choose, superfood nutrition for athletes or for weight loss, it's really an eating choice, not a budget choice. Because these programs only cost about $11 a day. That's why these 30-day programs are the perfect starting point for a plant-powered superfood lifestyle that could change the trajectory of your health and your life. It's time for you to take a vacation, a processed food vacation, and try one of our ultimate lifestyle transformations. Every product and program at PURIUM comes with a full 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Plus, the person who invited you to watch this video has a special gift code just for you. Normally, the gift code is worth $50 off, but with our 30-day lifestyle transformations, we actually double the value of the code, so you get $100 off retail for your first 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation of your choice. You already eat every day, and what you eat really matters. So don't wait for a diagnosis to make a positive shift in your life. This is your chance to upgrade your food, upgrade your health, and upgrade your life. What are you doing for the next 30 days?
So that's why I joined Purium. It's basically, I view it as a nutrition, disease prevention, distribution system. Hope some of you guys see that as well. Now, I forgot to mention, Purium's powders are gently dehydrated at less than 88 degrees Fahrenheit, so the enzymes are intact. That's why it's living. So the $11 per day was for their basic Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack, and not the Performance Pack, which we're going to go over right now. Okay, so what you're going to get for your investment of $531.75 if you go with our top of the line model for the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation is all the items shown here, including a stainless steel shaker bottle, which holds 25 fluid ounces. These products here, most of them are Terra pouches. That's compostable. There's probably only just one product left in a plastic bottle, the super aminos. Okay, now how this can help with your migraines and headaches. If you recall from the 9-minute video, there's some sleep challenges that doesn't help when you're not sleeping well. So we're going to play a video by our co-founder and the formulator of this amazing. It's the second reason why I joined Purium, because it contains in their apothecary organic sour tart cherry juice concentrate traces amounts of melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. Okay, and let's watch this video right now.
Let's talk about apothecary, the single most potent fruit on the face of the earth. Did you know among all of the fruits on earth that none of them has more scientific research supporting its ability to support you? And tart cherries are not some ancient secret that was used by cultures in the past. It's a fairly modern discovery. It came about through epidemiological studies where they tested people who grew certain foods. And they found that people who grew blueberries and people who grew cherries had certain amazing youthful qualities that were not typical of people their age. Many people who work with their hands, who work hard, suffer from uric acid buildup. And we all know what that could lead to. Nothing is more effective at counteracting uric acid than these amazing cherries. Tart cherry has a naturally occurring melatonin. And melatonin is a vital hormone, a vital antioxidant that helps regulate our different patterns in our body that lead to deep sleep. And when we are able to naturally introduce melatonin to our body, we get that vital deep sleep. And only these special cherries, these unique cherries, naturally contain melatonin. So come experience the delicious taste, come experience that deep, restful sleep, that freedom in your joints and ligaments, and of course, that feeling of knowing that your body's being cleaned of free radicals every single day, every single night, because of this incredible discovery, this modern discovery, the most potent fruit on the face of the earth.
That's pretty powerful, eh? So now I don't know where they got the, I have to find out the source of where's the proof that tart cherries actually contain melatonin.
My name is Tatiana Cast.
When I find that, I will definitely share that with you, okay? Because I'm curious to know as well. Now, I forgot to mention, if you guys want to just get this by itself, and I like it, the apothecary, because it comes in a glass bottle, metal cap, no plastic. You can go directly to my brand partner link, which is Natural Melatonin, after the tiny URL, okay? Make sure I'm still sharing the screen here. So boom, once you go here, by the way, all these links you could click on for the individual ingredients of the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack, okay? And once you click on that, it will take you to their, it'll preload it into your cart. Then you click on it. I'll take you to this page here. Okay. So this is also a single one ingredient product. Purium's just got a few products that are a single ingredient. Okay, I'm sorry. So it'll take you to this page here once you click on my brand partner link. Okay. Now, the next item we've got, I want to feature is Purium. This is the product supplement nutrition facts label. Is can't beat this. If you recall, it had mentioned about blood vessels in the brain. This is Purium's beet blend, beetroot juice powder blend, since it contains other ingredients, and it can dilate blood vessels due to the nitric oxide that's produced from the nitrates as a result of consuming beet juice root powder. Okay. Or raw beets is fine. You can eat that as well. And you can learn more by clicking on Can't Beat This here, okay? Or visiting the links here, tinyurl.com/beets for lower blood pressure. Hopefully that will help with some of your migraine issues, severity or frequency. This is the product label for the Can't Beat This product. It now comes actually in a Terra pouch, okay? No plastic container. These are all the ingredients you can read yourself. Now, the next item is Super Xanthan. This is a pretty powerful anti-inflammatory. I'm taking this for my traumatic brain injuries, and it's got 2 ingredients. You've got organic spirulina powder, along with 8 milligrams for every 2 capsules of astaxanthin, which I believe is an algae, and that's very, very powerful as an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. So that could also help with your symptoms. Okay. Although I didn't, signal out cocoa hydrate, if you recall in the video, talked about electrical signaling, in the brain or body, maybe issues. So you have some electrolytes that could help with the electrical signals that our body produces, since we are electrical beings. So that's another great product in the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack, okay? So I hope this helps out. Now, you can learn more by going to tinyurl.com/ULTpack to get all the details, or my other site, which is Linktr.ee/PureAndPremium, and that's spelled Linktr.ee, PureAndPremium. Now, as a bonus incentive for you to become my Purium customer, remember, just enter my gift code DannyZen when you go to iShop Purium is their main website. I will email you a free digital copy of both my How I Solve My Sleep Problems, 30 Tips to Fall Asleep, Stay Asleep, and Wake Up Feeling Totally Refreshed, along with a draft of my Purium recipe book. You can get one right now on Google Drive. Just visit tinyurl.com/Purium longevity cookies. This is a recipe for my super meal love vegan longevity no bake dark chocolate chip and raspberry cookie. It's called longevity because it calls for NMN powder, which is the precursor to NAD+, for those that are familiar in the anti-aging world. Okay, and lastly, if you do email me a copy of proof of purchase using my gift code DannyZen, DANNYZEN, I will also email you a draft of my list of the world's most nutrient-dense foods and most cost-effective supplements e-guide, okay? Just email your proof of purchase using my gift code to one of these 3 email addresses. They all work: betterbrain101@gmail.com, or preferably my alma mater, that's dct3@cornell.edu. That's D Delta C Charlie T Tango, the number 3 at Cornell, CORNELL.edu. And to view a list of reasons to do business with Purium and shop at iShopPurium.com, you can visit tinyurl.com/whyshopwithpurium, okay? And also, to learn more about Purium as a company and all of its 65+ products, you can view more videos on my YouTube channel for Purium, which is tinyurl.com/Purium YouTube channel. And to stress less is really, really important, because that's a trigger, of course, when you're under excessive stress. So since money or lack of money is the #1 cause of stress, to possibly earn passive residual income while you sleep and have leverage instead of trading time for precious money, trading precious time, I should say, for money. I made a little mistake there. Trading precious time for money. Learn about PURIUM'S part-time home-based global business opportunity, which is available throughout the US, all of Canada, Puerto Rico, and about 45 European countries. Just enter this link into your web browser or click on it if you've got the PowerPoint document pulled up. I won't get into it. It's a deep dive video, over an hour of me going into the entire a company, product, the whole 9 yards. Okay. Again, and that's tinyurl.com/health-and-wealth-with-PURIUM. Now you can also, this is a list of 12 reasons to become a PURIUM brand partner. Again, you can start on your free time, on your days off, keep your day job, your main gig, I'll let you read this because I got to run to my sauna session. I didn't do it yet. And for a copy of the compensation plan, you guys can visit tinyurl.com/passive income with PURIUM. You can also attend one of our live weekly Monday webinars at 9 p.m. Eastern time for those that speak English. You can RSVP on Eventbrite by going to this link here, tinyurl.com/2022 Monday PURIUM Eventbrite, or always you can access the events on this link here, tinyurl.com/PURIUM online events, and join the actual webinar again every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time by using tinyurl.com/join PURIUM Zoom and entering the passcode PURIUM. For those Spanish speakers, we've got it on Thursday, also at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and that will be on Eventbrite that I created. You can go to tinyurl.com/2022 Jueves PURIUM Eventbrite. Okay. If you still have more questions that all the above links didn't answer, you can always fill out my Google form by going to tinyurl.com/PURIUM survey. And if you still need to get a hold of me, contact one of my colleagues first, since I'm tied up with a couple other things. Contact Barbero Caico in California. His mobile number is 916-622-3028. Okay, contact Barbero at 916-622-3028 and give him my PURIUM gift code Danny Zen, DANNYZEN. Okay, and I've also included some links for more videos about migraines and headaches that you guys can enjoy at your own leisure. So thank you for your kind time and attention. I hope this was helpful, and let me increase your awareness about National Migraine and Headache Month. So take care, and I will have this video shortened link so you can share with other people that you love. And let me see here. So that video, it'll be like I said at the top here, it'll be tinyurl.com/migrainevid, just VID, since video was taken. Okay, take care. I hope everyone this was value added and informative.